Hi, I'm Raymond van Barneveld and you're watching Behind the Bar with Paul Starr.
Now, Steve, well, thank you for that. And I think we now have online Mr. Kyle Anderson. Hi, Kyle, how are you doing?
Hello, good.
So, these temperatures, me and Steve, we're struggling down here, but you're used to this, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm walking around tracksuit and jumper. No, it's a bit hot. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit sweaty, so I'm smelling good still, as I do.
You always smell good. We were talking about that just before you come on there, smelling. So, big weekend, obviously, for you guys in Wigan. The Pro Tour makes all the difference for the qualification for the following week for the World Match Play, Kyle. Pressure's on, but you can handle it, I think.
I'm feeling comfortable. I'm throwing well at the moment, and just got to do what I've got to do and hit them doubles. You can't really rely on what other people do in these tournaments because it's a rub of the green. If they play well, they can get through. If you play well, you can get through. We're all mates in this game. You don't really want to wish upon anybody playing bad.
I suppose with how you're playing, in a few weeks ago you recorded the most astonishing average. I can't quite remember what it was, but it was ridiculous. I think in one of the qualifiers. I mean, it's not just a case of snatching 1,000 or 500 here. You're capable of making finals, aren't you? So realistically, that would be nice, and then there'll be no worries about the prize money.
There'll be no worries about the prize money. Well, that's right. Like I said, I just got to concentrate on my game and hopefully it comes off. Now, when it does come together, like it did in that game against Terry, I was on fire. And just the doubles went in and the triples went in. And it's what you hope happens. And when it does happen.
Yeah. So, Carl, when you first come on the scene about 2 years ago-ish, you made your name at the World Championships with the 9-darter and stuff. Since then, you've based yourself in England. Do you think your game's improved since then, or do you think you've always been that good?
Deep down, I think I've always had the game to do it. It's just a matter of just getting the consistency, Steve. I mean, playing back home, I didn't practice that much. I moved over here and I started practicing a lot. And I think my game pretty much dropped for the first 6 months I was here. I didn't feel like I was playing to potential, and then I stopped practicing for a bit and took time off and went back home for a bit and came back and I played brilliant.
Obviously, Australia is a huge country, so how accessible is darts in Australia? I mean, have you got to travel a long distance to get some decent practice?
We'll see. When I lived back in Perth, I used to just go down the road and go play a boat. Then me and the partner, we moved away once we had our boy, went up to country, Queensland, and it was about 45 minutes to an hour to a mate's house to play darts. Because the town we lived in, no one played darts as well, so I just used to practice at home by myself.
Yeah.
And obviously the World Series, they're going back to Perth and Perth in Sydney. Any news, you and Bo involved in that one, or is that a secret, or have you not been told yet?
He hasn't been given a wild card for Perth, or Sydney, or Auckland. I've only got a wild card for Perth, so at the moment it's just Perth for me. I'm playing in Perth and just having some family time with the missus and boy and just doing what I can for the time.
Family is a big part of your life, isn't it, Carl? We speak about, me and you both speak about this quite a lot, and obviously that's the toughest aspect of basing yourself in England, is missing the family, isn't it?
It is very hard, Steve. Like I said to you when we were at darts at the tour, and if you don't speak to somebody, it's just going to rot up inside you, and you're going to you're going to hit breaking point.
Yeah.
And having a good chat with you the other week, and a couple of the other boys that actually have kids and all that, they say to me, how do I do it? And that, and I'll sit down and chat to them. You need to have someone to talk to regarding them sort of things. Like, when you're at darts, it's all okay, your family, you feel well. But once you get home and it's downtime away from darts, you start thinking, well, is it really worth it being away from the family? But there's always a good end to these stories, and hopefully there's a good end for my story as well.
Yeah, well, the good news for you is you're good enough to make it, so all the best.
Yeah.
Yes, buddy.
Yeah, and because I think down at the UK Open in Minehead a few months ago, I think we started to really see, because I think you played well. You played well down at Butlins, you know you can do it, and other people know you can do it, but not everyone. And I think they started to see perhaps the real Kyle Anderson standing up then.
Yeah, no, I think I started to feel comfortable on stage. After I played Andy in the second round, I made it through that. I've always played first round of the Worlds for the last 3 years. I played Andy in a second, and it was a longer format, so it gave me a bit more to expect when you play longer games.
Yeah.
And I mean, like the first game of the World is always going to be daunting to anybody who plays on it. But the second round, you know that you've got past the daunting stage and you're back again for another good game. And I think when I played on the UK Open, it was just a matter of everything coming together, and I felt comfortable. I just had a good month and a bit of break back home with the family, so I wasn't really missing home that much. And the darts pretty much showed.
Yeah.
I was lucky to scrap through against Terry Topol first round. I'm not saying that I should have been through. Terry had 3 clear darts to take me out of it. But I just count my blessings and kept going through the tournament.
Yeah, it was great and great to see. And well, Carl, I didn't want to keep you away from the practice board at all. So obviously a big weekend coming up. And no disrespect to the other players, but it'd be great to see Kyle Anderson in the World Match Play at Blackburn in a couple of weeks' time. So best of luck for this weekend.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you very much, Carl. Thanks for your time. Well, great to catch up there with Kyle Anderson. Of course, best of luck for him this weekend in qualifying for the World Match Play in Wigan. Steve, thank you very much for joining us on Behind the Bar.
No, I enjoyed it this week. Some good guests.
Great stuff. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. Like our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter. And join me and Steve next week. And more Behind the Bar, brought to you by William Hill, the proud sponsor of the World Darts Championship. We'll see you then.